Okay, stop me when what I say could get me sued. 8772 Radio U. Jake Paul boxing fights are staged.
Ooh, yeah, you need to stop.
You're not allowed to say that.
He's coming after you.
I mean, you're allowed to say it. You can have your own opinions and you're entitled to them, but those opinions could get you sued.
They could.
We talked about this before. It was after Jake Paul's most recent fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yep.
He had just done an interview with Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan went on to claim that Jake Paul's fights were boring and staged. They were boring staged BS, is what he said. Jake Paul, after the fight, him and his entourage basically had said that we are going to sue anybody. He's tired of putting up with. He thought it was just haters being haters, but now he's asked his team to go vigorously after anyone who makes up lies about his boxing career.
Yeah. So
that was a few weeks ago.
That was a few weeks ago. And one of those people, when we originally talked about the story, was, Piers Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Piers Morgan got a letter.
He has to have.
He got
a
letter.
Because he, a few days ago on Saturday, he posted out on Twitter that basically clarifying all of that statement that he had made, where he said that Jake Paul's boxing career was boring stage BS. Piers Morgan said, "What I meant is that his fights have been predominantly against older, past their prime opponents, which may be lucrative for both sides and may have entertainment value, but don't reveal how he stacks up against currently ranked boxers and therefore are not a good look for the sport." So he's just clarifying, I think very clearly, that wanting to make it clear enough that he wasn't saying that they were staged, because I think that's where the real legal part of it comes into Jake Paul, of like he's saying we have contracts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so you can't say these are staged because by the letter of what we signed, there was no agreements or anything like that to have one outcome or another.
Yeah, these are on the up and up according to Jake Paul and his team. And so it makes sense that would be the one leg they can stand on if they actually did want to go down the path of suing somebody that comes after them. It would have to be based on them saying something that would be provably untrue, that it's like staged or whatever. So if within the contracts, if they show that, these aren't supposed to have a predetermined outcome, then they have some, I guess, standing in the law. Yeah.
Now, even that, I mean, Piers Morgan is scared enough that he decided to basically print a retraction for all intents and purposes. But I still think it's hard to, maybe not in a court of law, but it's going to be hard to convince anybody that if they, like, just because the contracts don't say, and Jake Paul will win by decision, that there wasn't some agreement behind closed doors, and there's definitely people out there that will never be convinced otherwise.
Right.
That is what happened, and I can't say that I blame them all that much.
I can't say that I blame them either, and I think Jake Paul just needs to accept this. Never at any point in the world is everyone going to like you. Mm-hmm. You are a very polarizing person, and so people will always question you, and they're always going to see if you are doing things the wrong way, if you're not actually fighting, on the up and up, and these fights are predetermined or whatever. And also, you haven't helped your case in any sense of the word, because you continually are fighting these boxers that are coming out of retirement.
You don't need to stage them when they're...
No, and so it's just like people are not going to give you the benefit of the doubt when you're fighting these boxers that are washed up.
We'll see if he ever actually gets the Anthony Joshua fight to happen before Anthony Joshua is also past his prime. It'll be interesting to see, because that feels like more of a serious fight.
Yeah.
But there's also the thing to this, too, of, like, in some sense, especially with Jake Paul, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
But when you're going after people and, suing them for saying your fights are staged, doesn't it have a little bit of a Streisand effect where, like, you're bringing even more attention to...
How horrible of a person you are?
and how people don't believe in your fights.
Right.
The more you're bringing attention to that by suing people like Piers Morgan.
Yeah.